Hi, I'm Mark Hershey from Movified, and today we're going to talk about the moving business, but also relationships within it. I have two amazing individuals here with me. They are a power couple in the moving industry, and I'd love to just pass over the mic and let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Marcela Kerbs with BustNMoves Moving Company.
And I'm Taylor Kerbs with BustNMoves Moving Company.
We're excited to be here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Where are you guys based out of?
We're based out of Idaho. So we have 4 locations in Idaho, Idaho Falls, Pocatello, Twin Falls, and Boise.
Boy, say that really fast 5 times.
Yeah, I know.
And how long have you guys been in business?
5.5 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's almost like an anniversary. Like you pass that 7-year mark,
I know. We're almost there.
That's right.
After
That's right.
7, you're pretty safe.
Then you're pretty safe. So I'm going to hit you guys with a couple good questions, but one of the first ones I really wanted to hit is we get a lot of calls. People are phoning our office all the time with interesting questions. Sometimes it's not even about moving. They just want to talk about their teacup that they don't know how to wrap. Share with the guests and everybody that's listening about an interesting phone call or individual that you got a phone call from.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we first started, I was doing sales, Taylor was doing operations and moving in the truck. And I got a phone call from a very sweet lady, started off. She immediately informed me that she had short-term memory loss, was a lawyer, and happened to also be a psychic. So I knew that was going to be an interesting move. We booked it, we did it, and then she called and had a few questions because she constantly kept forgetting what I was telling her, what I was reminding her, when her move was, where was she moving to. So that was definitely an interesting interaction.
So she didn't make a full-time career being a psychic then?
I think she forgot.
I think she forgot. I love it. What about you, Taylor?
So it's not necessarily a customer, because that's something that I don't like talking on the phone. So when we started BustNMoves, that was the first thing that I was going to take off my plate, talking to customers. So I don't necessarily have a funny customer, but we have such a cool culture in BustNMoves. There's a big mover chat group with the office staff. Everybody's involved in it. And we were doing this nasty job. It was like a squatter home. It was a real estate agent who called us. And we know when a real estate agent calls us to move somebody else's stuff, it's going to be a bad one. But it was awful. So the guys show up, crap everywhere. There's this couch. So funny. There's this couch that has urine, cat, animal urine all over it. And one of our movers, he took a picture of it. He said, guys, I'm going to post this on the Facebook market. Smoke-free home, no pets, $100. It's just super funny how this couch was disgusting.
Oh, man.
But he was like, we're going to sell it cat-free, and everything. So it was really funny. The guys have a good time.
Oh, for sure. And that sounds like you guys have an amazing culture within your business.
Yes.
And it's nice when the guys are getting along with each other.
Yeah.
And you have the camaraderie between business owners and your employees as well, which is tough.
Yeah, it
right?
really
It
is.
becomes difficult.
Well, especially because we all know in the moving industry, moving's not easy. Moving is the hardest thing that you'll ever do. And our guys and our crew, they do it day after day after day. And sometimes jobs like that can be demoralizing. Sure. And I love that they could laugh at it, take pictures of it, point fun to it, and it makes the day better and the job more fun.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I love it. You're, it's one thing to be working out all the day, but you want to be able to laugh about some of the moves and some of the situations that you're running into. You can't be stressed about it all the time.
Not all the time, yeah.
Now, we get into working together as a husband and wife. When I met my wife, all she wanted me to do was at least have my weekends off. I already had a moving company. I was busy working, heavily involved into it, and there was no balance. And I remember one time we were on a date. We had just met. We decided to go as a double date with another couple. We're out there. We're having this amazing dinner. Phone rings. Driver didn't show up for this midnight delivery that was supposed to happen. And I'm like, sorry, darling. I gotta leave. And she's like, is this the kind of guy that I'm gonna be marrying? Is this what's gonna happen? So she kind of had her idea of this is what you're walking into.
Right. Yes.
And then, but together, we became this amazing team that was, I like to work, she likes the balance. So it was a very nice, even split.
Right.
Now, in your situation, didn't happen so much.
No, did not happen.
No, it didn't happen because we both early on, 2020, it was booming. Every moving company was killing it out there, and we grew so much that year. Marcela was doing sales, customer service. I wasn't doing the moves at that time, but I was handling all the operations, the guys, and dispatch. And we'd get a call from a customer. Well, your guys did this, so I'd talk to my guys, and I'd be like, no, Marcela, your customers did this, and it was really hard on us. Like 2020 was a tough year for Taylor and Marcela. Great year for BustNMoves. Hard year for Taylor and Marcela. And Marcela actually pulled herself out. She said, you know what? Marriage is more important than this. We're both very driven, very hardworking people. But we knew where we wanted our lives to be, and it's together.
Yeah.
And so she felt like the best thing to do was to pull herself out. And she went another direction, started another business, very successful. She sold that business, and we came back together, and we realized that her and I are the secret sauce. Together, we are the secret sauce. And we had everything in place so we could work together, where we could do impactful things and not such day-to-day grind. We have ops managers, we have sales reps. Everything is in place, so we get to do the building, the innovating, the perfecting. That's the roles that we took on.
Yeah, and I mean, even before then, it was difficult. Taylor is a dreamer, and I'm more of a realist. So when he came to me with this idea of starting a moving company, he did this whole business presentation, and my reaction to that business presentation was, when you fall flat on your face, I will be here with my teaching career and my benefits, because I was a teacher at the time. A few months later, the teaching thing wasn't doing so hot, and BustNMoves was taking off. And I knew that I could help in the business with sales and marketing, and that's when I jumped in. And then we've learned like capabilities through it, but for sure, I was completely against it. If it was up to me, we wouldn't be here with you guys and doing all this stuff. So ladies, trust in your guys. They sometimes they know what they're doing.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's like, I feel like I got a pat on my back myself here. Now, so Taylor, were you in the moving industry prior to meeting Marcela?
No, not at all. We never had the money for moving companies. I didn't even know necessarily moving companies existed, but I knew that I wanted one. You know, my mom got divorced. My mom and dad got divorced when I was 14. Every year I'd load up her stuff with my friends, and I remember joking in high school, I'm gonna have a moving company, you know, and then when we got married, I told her, we're gonna have a moving company. She's like, you're crazy. And so we were married for about 6 years, and I finally said, we're doing it. You know, we're pulling the plug. She hated it. She hated me. Yeah. But here we are. No, it's good. We're very fortunate. We've worked very hard to be where we're at, and we're grateful for what we have. Grateful to meet great people. You know, have a good, bigger circle now that we get to talk to people, and so it's
network and meet each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, it's been several years since you guys have had this business. It's not just the two of you.
No.
You have 4 amazing, beautiful children, and you're still making it work. Yeah. I have several children, and I think there is sometimes the biggest distraction, biggest blessing, yet the biggest distraction when you are trying to focus. You know, you want to set that time out in the morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to meditate. No, someone's screaming in the other room.
Right.
And then the next person that's screaming is the dispatcher that's going, that person's not showing up, and you're fixing these problems back and forth. How did you guys find it over, the course of having children and growing in this business? Was there a couple difficult moments, but then also how did you guys resolve it, or what do you guys do today as well?
So we're really flexible. We try to be flexible because we took off all those fires off our plate. So if our dispatcher, if somebody doesn't show up, he doesn't call me and say, hey, they didn't show up. There's a process for him to figure out. He gets somebody else to come in, and then they rotate. So honestly, I don't know when someone doesn't show up. The only time I know is when I try to get a hold of the dispatch and he's not calling me right back. That's about the only way that I know. So we really put processes in place to where we don't have to deal with the daily crap,
And also we have a great team at home too. We have a nanny who comes in, helps us take care of the kids. I have a process for her to follow at home, because I don't need someone to just take care of my kids. I also need someone to take care of my home. So when I come home, the house is in a disaster and it's on fire. You know what I mean? So we set up these people in all these areas to allow us to move the needle forward in our business. And then another thing that is hard to implement, I know for couples, we do a weekly date night. No matter what, it might be a trip to Walmart. It might be us eating takeout in our car, watching a movie on our phone. But you need that couple time to flirt, to get back into it, to keep it fun, keep it spicy, right? Absolutely. And so that's what we try to do. And I feel like we've gone through very difficult times, right? In 2020, if things would have gone south, Taylor and I would not be here. I had to take myself out. And as a mom, I've learned that I can't keep the same schedule that Taylor keeps. Right? So if something's on fire at work, he needs to be able to go, and I need to be able to put some of the things that I need to do on the back burner so I can stay home with the kids.
I love that. It's
a give
just
and
because
take.
You have the processes and the playbooks at work, managing and running a business, you need to take that and double it up in your home life as well too. Yeah. And look where you guys are now.
Yeah.
And look at the fun adventures you get to go on.
Yeah. Yep.
Right now, you have all your kids. You guys packed them all in a vehicle and came out, for several days out in Scottsdale, and you have the opportunity to both of you be here, not one person there and one person here, and date nights. I think it's a must. It was a big rule in our family as well too. You need that connection because the only way you can thrive is to have it not just in business, but at home.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Wow,
and sometimes those date
warming.
sometimes those date nights, we don't have necessarily a ton of boundaries. Sometimes if we're both feeling it, we talk about work.
Yeah.
We talk about pushing that needle forward. And sometimes she'll be like, you know what, not tonight. Okay, not tonight. We're not talking about it tonight. Or same with me. I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it. She's got all these ideas. I'm like, I'm not feeling it tonight.
Yeah, because we're both equally passionate. And that's what I love coming to events. I love meeting people like you guys with Movified. I love moving. I love everything that it takes. I love the people in it and talking about it. And he keeps me just as involved as I keep him. And so when we go on date night, sometimes we don't have those boundaries that some people talk about. Because I'm like, no, I want to talk about the podcast that we did with Movified. We want to do those things. So, yeah.
I hope you guys keep talking about it.
We will.
We're going to wrap it up. I love that I got the opportunity to take you guys away from your busy schedules. Well, now you guys have a free schedule.
Yeah.
And we're in an elevator. We've just met. I'm looking to move into your area. Give me the pitch.
You ask me, you tell me you're moving. I'll say, close your eyes. Now close your eyes. Your eyes are closed. Think about your 3-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
Think about everything inside of that apartment. Now the ending destination is your dream home. Beautiful, big, open.
Well, I'm liking this.
Yeah. Now bridge that gap with all your stuff and putting it into that new home. That freaking sucks. That's why we're here. That's why we love moving. We will do that for you. We'll take out all the suckiness of moving so you can enjoy the best part of it.
Perfect. I love it. Yeah. Well, that's one of the best elevator pitches I've heard. You don't mind if I use that, do you?
No. I actually did this in there was a big chamber group. And I had the whole room. I'm like, close your eyes. Everyone thinks about their stuff. And I said, now think about getting it to the new place. The whole room goes, ugh. I'm like, that's why. Right there's why, because that's a problem. Moving sucks. But we're going to solve that problem for you.
I love it. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
That wraps up our mini podcast with Movified. I'm your host, Mark Hershey. Like it, subscribe to it, follow us, Instagram, YouTube, any kind of podcast you can think of. We'd love to hear from you and share your comments. Have a good one.